Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, who has a wonderful note that I'd like to share with you, and it's coming to you live from station WEBM. Wonderful Eddie B. Marcus, operating smack down from the top of the sky, I call the spiritual realm, down to wherever you are. And I hope that this message will go through, around, and about your body and benefit it as the blood that flows through your veins. And as a consequence, you, my friends, might begin to live. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought a few moments ago I'd like to share some information with you. I was raised to be wise. I was raised by very old people who had lived a long time. And so the information that you were getting from young mothers and young fathers, I missed. I was getting information that was generations old. And I want you to know that part of it was great and part of it was foolish. In my education, I was taught that white people would take your life if you're a black person. And you have to be careful about them because they would get away with taking your life. And so we were basically taught through that they were sort of like superior to us because we couldn't get away with it. Even when we killed our own, sometimes it wouldn't be so hard, the punishment wouldn't. But we weren't going to get away with it. In fact, we were even taught not to even look them in the eye. So when we talked to white people, we would look at the ground. Because maybe the thing that happened to Emmett Till could happen to any of us. Or the things that was proven through that Willie Lynch letter could happen to any of us. So we were taught in one kind of way of trying to be protected so we can continue to live, but at the same time destroy our manhood as it is required to live and be free. So I'm a much older guy now. I've gone through some changes. I am a social scientist, and I look at things a little bit different. I look at white people as being just as important as any black person. Maybe it's because I was taught that way. But even today, I look at white people as being just as important as any black person. But there are certain things that people got that other people don't have. Some people can sing, some people can dance, some people can run, some people can read, some people can talk, some people can laugh. But everybody got their special thing. And when it comes down to society, when it comes down to progress and living and having a wonderful life, it seems to be missing a lot of people. And these people are white because they seem not to embrace the life goodness for other folks that they see for themselves. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here I am, a black man, the only man in America that for the past 35 years has spoken out for a system of heaven on earth. Not just with words, but I've come with proposals. And I haven't gotten out of the door, even though I sought the office of President of the United States, governor, mayors, senators. No one has given me respect outside of my door. Now, what do I attribute that to? First of all, we live in a capitalist system that has belittled black people to the utmost. That doesn't mean that some blacks aren't successful. I learned a long time ago that in order to be a successful black man, you had to be more white than black. I know that for a fact. I used to say I could do anything I wanted to do because I knew how to be white. My skin wouldn't show it, but I was taught that. I was taught that in the education system. I was taught that in the church. In the church, they don't know what they're doing, but they teach you that capitalism is from God, that the capitalism in the United States is authorized by God, and it is the way it should be. Whether it has to do with banks, whether it has to do with the Federal Reserve, any of that stuff that falls in there, you never hear anything about it because they don't know anything about it. They just talk to you as if money is all right. And with money, we've had problems from the day it was introduced, or the substitute for money was introduced, and it has never, ever stopped. So what am I saying? to you today who are listening to me. I'm asking all people of color, black, brown, lighter brown, lighter brown, lighter brown, for your support. I believe that you believe in a God. I believe that you believe in a God. But I want you to know, because I'm telling you, that I know there is a God. And I know that God is a loving God. And I know that God loves every human being on the face of the earth. Would God love Adam any more than he loves any other man? Would God love Eve any more than he loved any other woman? So I'm not trying to place myself above white people because I'm black. And it has been confirmed that blacks are the original people. I don't think I'm superior to other people, not by my color, but by my character, I would say so. In the history of my studies, I've only ran across one instance. You've heard about 1984, the movie, and you've also heard, perhaps many of you, about the Brave New World. The Brave New World kind of epitomizes the things that I talked to you about. I don't know if they gave any special emphasis to God or not, but they success and progress, they were dead in on that. And at the end of the day, there was still a white person who was saying, I don't like this. I don't want to live like this. I want to struggle. I want to hustle. I want to go through the rigmaroles of yesterday. And that person got a right to do that. No one has the right to take that away from any individual. Any more so than any of those individuals have the right to take progress away from any other people. So I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to consider making me the senator from the state of Minnesota, for those of you who are here in Minnesota. And in 2020, I'm asking all of you people of color that Donald Trump can't stand to give special emphasis in seeing that I become the president of the United States in 2020. And I want you to know one thing. I'm not out to punish anybody. I'm not out to get back even with anybody. I come with a different message. I come with a different message I haven't heard any person absent of color bring. That's peace, not just for black people, but white people as well. Prosperity, not just for black people, but white people as well. Joy of life, not just for black people, but white people as well. The fulfillment of dreams, not just for black people, but white people as well. An opportunity for us to experience living without lying, cheating, and stealing, and crime and corruption, not just for black people, but white people as well. And I'm asking you to give this some serious consideration, because for 35 years I've spoken of this, and I'm running even today as a write-in candidate because Republicans and Democrats can't embrace this. They can't see this. Their prejudices will not allow them to bridge over this particular water, so they stay on the other side. But in order for us to progress and really live the experience of true life, we got to cross this border. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to give me your utmost consideration. And those of you who are white, who suffer the same as any other people suffer, I ask that you would give me your consideration as well. You see, because the truth of the matter is those of you who are supposed to be somebody end up being like Trump. And the rest of them are like the Senate, closet Trumps. And when Trump goes out and makes this noise that he's making, then they come easing out of the closet, easing out of the closet. They've been there all the time. And that is why all of your life, some of you have been wealthy. You call it living with a silver spoon or something like that. Some of you have been called living in the middle class, and you've watched that dissipate. And you've been taught that when the dissipation started, it was because somebody else was messing with you, messing with what was yours, and you should hate them and despise them for that. That's all a fake lie, ladies and gentlemen. All of it is fake. It's a lie, founded 1,000 miles away from truth. The truth of it is this: the system in which they have instituted does not permit these kinds of things that I've been talking to you about to happen. Let me say it again. The systems, and when I say systems, I'm not just talking about capitalism, and I'm not just talking about socialism and communism and dictatorships. I'm talking about every system that exists on the face of the earth was designed to make someone superior to someone else, to make someone having advantage over someone else. Every system, except one. That's the original system. The original system that says one man, one woman are the parents of billions of people that have walked on the face of the earth. Billions of people that have walked on the face of the earth from one man, one woman. Didn't matter what your shades were. Didn't matter the color of your eyes or the texture of your hair, the color of your skin. None of that mattered. One man, one woman, the parent of all humans, billions of them on the face of the earth, those that have gone and those that are here and of those to come. One parent, one family, mother, father, one man, one woman. Now when you realize that I and Donald Trump are from the same place, we just have different teachings. One family, different teachings. He wants to destroy you. You want to live, and I want you to live. Why? Because I want to live. He brags about the I'm not going to talk about him anymore. All I'm going to ask you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to consider this. Consider this. All your life, you have seen white leadership, churches, politics, in government, presidents, senators, Congress. You've seen it. I want you to consider it again. Have you ever seen peace on earth, goodwill toward men? Never in your life. And on the road that we're traveling right now, you never will. Neither will our sons and our daughters. Maybe somewhere, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 years from now, it might come around again. But nowhere, based upon the path that we're on right now, will that ever occur. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we do have choice. We do have an opportunity. The opportunity is here today. It's right here today. Now, based upon all of the systems that have been set up to enhance these particular campaigns, I'm out of them. There's nobody sponsoring me. The truth is, but when they say Plenty has raised over $2 million and, well, these others have raised millions and people are giving them millions and millions to go before the television and put some sound bites out to trick you, I have to get a sign. Not a classy sign, but a piece of billboard. Write with it with a marker or a pencil and give you what I can give you. And produce videos like this, second-class videos and put on Facebook or YouTube, asking you to watch it, knowing that in a year's time, maybe 2 or 3 of you might watch this production, while somebody do something foolish like trip down some steps and get it posted, and it'll have 1 million views in 2 or 3 days. That speaks volumes about who and what we are as a nation, as what we are as a people. I kind of feel strange talking to you about these things because you know more about what I'm speaking of than I do, especially you who have been following blackness all your lives. You know exactly what's going on. But that doesn't mean I'm totally ignorant, because even with those who know what blackness is all about and what's been going on, I haven't heard not a single one of you stand up and speak about heaven on earth, peace and goodwill toward all men, the fulfillment of dreams, not just here in Minnesota, in the United States, but all across the globe. I've never in my life heard anybody speak of stuff like that. Not even in the church. Those who speak about God don't talk about that. I feel kind of unique, kind of wonderful to be able to speak about it, but not just speak about it, but to bring you a proposal that lays it out, lays it straight out in front of you. But it does not just leave it there to you to guess about it. It shows you how it happens, and it gives you a specific role in it. In the process, you play a role rather than just going voting or writing my name in. No, you got action, things that you must do to facilitate exactly what I'm sharing with you. Can't beat that, ladies and gentlemen. Can't beat that. I can share that with you, and that should all be your need. Or that should be all you need. So, I'm going to leave it there for this moment. And if the Spirit hits me again, I'll be back. But until then, this is Eddie Marcus saying, bye-bye.